Welcome to Porch Pours, or
Garage version.
Garage Pours.
Yeah, Garage Pours.
All right.
We'll go with that.
Either way, it's still a good day.
Yes.
Still a good night for a cigar. Something different for both of us on the channel. Something different for a whiskey that we've done on the channel.
Yeah.
So this is a first across the board. For tonight, I have chosen the Red Meat Lovers. This is a Nicaraguan cigar. It features a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper. It has U.S. and Dominican filler with a Mexican San Andreas binder. And it was specifically made by Steve Saka for the purposes of pairing it with steak. So depending on what size you get of the Red Meat Lovers, they call them, like, the big boy is called the Porterhouse.
Yeah.
It's like a 6x60. It's a big son of a bitch. This happens to be the ribeye size, which is the 6x52, I think, ring gauge. But they do have, like, the Filet Mignon and a fourth size in there as well. I can't remember what it is. But the Red Meat Lovers, always, I know you love them.
I love them. I've never smoked one with a steak, but I love those cigars.
Well, so right off the bat, as you can see, I'm about half, 3/4 of an inch into it. Man, it is savory. Like, I could see where this is going to pair really well with a super fatty ribeye steak. Like, just the grease running. I could see this being excellent with a steak. But we're not doing that tonight.
No.
We've got a whiskey to pair it with and
Yes.
tell everybody if it's worth a shit. So, for your evening smoke, what have you chosen?
I've got the Perdomo 10th Anniversary Maduro.
Mm-hmm.
So, actually, very early on in my cigar smoking experience, the 10th Anniversary Champagne is one that I really, really enjoyed. As I've progressed, I really like the Maduros, and so I grabbed this. And I think I've had this a time or two before. Nicaraguan cigar, Nicaraguan wrapper as well. One thing I thought was really unique about this that I wasn't aware of is they actually aged the wrapper for 14 months in a bourbon barrel. It's fitting for tonight's occasion.
Must be one of the reasons, like, that's one of the only Perdomos there's like one other one that I somewhat enjoy. That's easily my favorite Perdomo. For whatever reason, some cigars match your palate.
Yeah.
Perdomos, generally speaking, does not match my palate. I just don't. But that one, if you have not tried the Perdomo 10th Anniversary Maduro with this beautiful bright blue holographic band, it is absolutely a recommend.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that, I have revisited the 10th Anniversary Champagne, and to your point, palates change as, you progress, and I actually don't enjoy that cigar very much anymore, but this one, has got a great flavor. I'm actually really excited to pair it with a bourbon and see how it goes.
What are we going to pair it with tonight, David?
Well, it looks like we got maybe a little bit of some Blanton's Gold here.
So this is one that we have not done on the channel yet. Of course, we're just going full tater with the with the whiskey tonight. Of course, Blanton's, you know it. The mash bill number 2, high rye mash bill, undisclosed everything. We don't know much about it.
Right.
We can surmise that it's probably, I'm going to say north of 25 to 30% rye mash bill is kind of course, Blanton's is rumored to be in the 6 to 8 year range most of the time, okay. I think. This one happens to be a 2019 bottling, so it, effectively may have been distilled sometime in the early 2010s, but bottled at 103 proof, the Blanton's Gold, in my opinion, is what Blanton's should be. They should just not even do a 93 proofer, and they should just bottle it 103 proof, and that should be your standard everyday issue Blanton's. So
you're saying it is that much better?
Yes.
Okay.
100%. Have you ever had Gold?
I actually feel like I have.
Okay.
But I'm certain it was with you. But I think I did have it one other time.
Okay.
I know I really like the straight from the barrel, so.
Have you ever paired it with a cigar?
No, have not.
I don't think I have either. Actually, I don't drink Blanton's Gold a lot, so when I do, it's typically not, with a cigar.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I just more of a sitting inside and watching TV or watching a game or something, which happens to be what we're doing now. We're just doing a review of this stuff. So let's tell you guys whether or not these two particular cigars pairs well with Blanton's Gold. There goes our lighters. Thank God it wasn't the whiskey.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, rye spice. There's a spice on the nose. Good.
Yeah.
It's definitely baking spice forward, though. At only 103 proof, it's been a while since I've had this. I don't remember it being spicy. It's pretty sweet, too.
Yeah, as I say,
but there's definitely spice is easily the most prevalent for me. It's coming across more than the sweet, although the sweet comes in just behind the spiciness, so it gives a nice balance.
And I actually get more spice and sweetness, but that sweetness that I get for me, is not the traditional caramel. It is almost more of a fruit sweetness than a caramel or.
It's almost like a pie. There's almost
a nice crust.
Almost a overdone pie crust.
Is this one of those ones, typical, you have those people that say it's going to be grape? Is that common in the Blanton's line?
I've never, this is one that I don't get grape a lot on.
Okay. I was curious.
I get a lot of grape on the Wellers and Buffalo Trace, just the regular Buffalo Trace offering. I do get some grape on that. I've never got it on Blanton's for whatever reason. So,
well, the reason why I totally asked, because I don't know if there could be
power of suggestion.
Yeah, that preconceived notion that I get grape pop, grape soda.
I could see the soda portion of it just because of that kind of that spicy,
right?
Almost the carbonation type deal. All right, I'm going in. I would say that if there's grape anywhere, it's on the palate. That's like you know what that kind of reminds me of? That reminds me of your mother-in-law's strawberry rhubarb jelly. A little spicy, a little sweet, a little on a toast.
So I know we kind of went, full, tater with that Blanton's Gold. That is really good. It's right up, like I said, I'm usually not one that's not Blanton's, but that is really good.
A lot of caramel, a little bit of sweet oak. It's not dry astringent oak. There is some oak influence on it. It is sweet. There is some barrel influence, like a little bit of barrel spice coming through with that. But it is very sweet. I think the sweetness hits. So on the nose, for me, it's spice driven, sweet as secondary, more subtle note. On the palate, it's more sweet with the spice notes kind of coming in as the secondary note. So it kind of does a little flip-flop for me from nose to palate. The pairing, excellent.
Yeah, I would agree. Which, not saying that I'm surprised at all by it, but I think for me personally, This finishes a little bit higher proof for me than 103, and that's probably the high rye mash bill.
Well, you can't tell in your glass, but mine legs for days. It's super hard to tell.
Yeah.
You probably can't see it on the camera, but you can definitely see it. Like, this thing is oily.
Yeah.
But,
like I said, it finishes stronger, and I think that spice is probably more of the rye spice, maybe making that seem like it's proofier than it really is. So actually taking a sip and then taking a pull off the cigar actually kind of tames that, and it really just amplifies, in my opinion, the flavor of the cigar.
yeah. With my cigar, honestly, I'm not surprised that this pairs really well. Because when you think of a steak, if it's meant to pair with a steak, you're probably having salt and pepper.
Yeah.
If you're having a good steak, that's all you're having on it is salt and pepper anyway. So you got all of that kind of the real savory note of a steak with the salt and the pepper paired with the sweet kind of spiciness of this particular whiskey. This is a home run.
Yeah. What I would say I really, really enjoy about this is on the palate, this really, on the initial sip, is very much sweeter. It is much sweeter than how it finishes. Like, your initial sip is sweet, and then I think it on the tail end is when you get that rye spice, and I think it just pairs beautifully.
Yep. I agree with that. Definitely finishes spicy. So,
Yes.
that's a home run. Both of these, Red Meat Lovers, the Perdomo 10th Anniversary Maduro, those are fantastic and gonna be a recommend.
Yeah. I have another video idea for us after this, so stay tuned.
We might be coming in for round 2. All right, guys, thanks a lot for joining us for Porch Pours, Garage Pours Sesh. Pretty soon, we're going to get this old gal out of here, ain't we?
No.
Oh, okay. Nah, just kidding. It makes for a beautiful backdrop.
My wife loves it.
We'll see you next time right here on Thin Blue Whiskey.